सो हाय एवरीवन। आज है 6 तारीख जून का महीना एंड फ्राइडे सेशन क्लोजिंग सेशन ऑफ द वीक। मार्केट इज ओपन लिटिल बिट ऑफ फ्लैट टू गैप डाउन ओनली एंड उसके बाद शोइंग सम सॉर्ट ऑफ नेगेटिविटी। प्लान आज के दिन हमारा बिल्कुल ट्रेड करने का नहीं है बिकॉज ऑफ द लो विक्स, बट विल लुक एट द मोमेंटम एंड विल देन एग्जीक्यूट समथिंग। देखो, प्लान ऐसा है कि सेलर जो अपर साइड बैठे हैं उनको अभी टारगेट नहीं किया जा सकता बिकॉज ऑफ द फ्लैट ओपनिंग। Also, market is targeting those random buyers who have bought here. लेकिन अगर आप थोड़ा सा भी मार्केट का व्यू समझते हो तो people would be buying here. After this much of selling, no one would be holding the positions. तो यहाँ पर जो buyers होंगे, they would have removed from the market. लेकिन these buyers might have set. So उनको निकालने के लिए market is doing whatever doing right now. I am expecting a buying side move after that, uh, because I was pretty bullish into the market. But for that, market needs to remove them first. When they will get exit, when market will do the 60% of entire retracement. So if you look at the fib also, from here to here, market has already done 60% of retracement. That means the market already had removed the random buyers who have set over this. But best thing possible would be market should break those swings with a good volume so that it would be confirmed that they are getting out from it. Look, if you have the uh, view on a call option, they are pretty much bearish only, but there is a area of liquidity in them where it could turn also. So expecting that would be not a wrong decision. And if you look at the Bank Nifty also, Bank Nifty has already removed the random buyers over this and showing positivity after that. The first 5 minute candle should close in green. Otherwise, there is a possibility of previous day chart not get repeating. So might be another selling we could see right after this. So let me add the premiums over this. So the initial pullback that market has shown, after that showing some sort of rejection. Call options are taking support exactly from the previous swing, or you might say that it has grabbed some sort of liquidity. So it's the first time pullback, and after that, it's showing positivity on the second. Similar kind of scenario like previous day it is making right now. I told you as per the plan we have to execute here. Come on, Sarota, don't lag right now. So we have got the price of 104. As usual, Zerodha is giving us the late price, but here the stop loss becomes this low. Is it a FOMO entry? Definitely a little bit of yes, because it's kind of a first time pullback after that volume rejection. Then it's our setup only. But yes, it is a little bit late entry. But you have to think from that perspective. What I told you, there will be not so much buyer sitting into the market. The market already removed some of the random ones. From here, negativity is very less expected. But if happens, then we can't deny the fact that it could happen. Close to the low, what the stop loss looks like. I was thinking pretty much about this only. They they giving us the sign of going into our direction, but ऐसा तो generally नहीं होता. That market is giving you a sign of entry, and if you enter, then you are getting the target. That is something very unusual into the market. So let's say we have systems in place, stop losses at place. So we don't have to fear right now. Let's hope for the best because we have whatever we have thought, we have executed right now. But because of the late entry, we are getting some bit of confusion about the area. पूरा एकदम टॉप पे जाके entry. But no, nonetheless, if the price action goes towards upside, then it will be very much confirmed that it will get confirmed that the entry is pretty much fair enough. So Nifty has a proper rejection area around this point. But if you ask me that taking rejection there becomes very less probable because there is the closing price. There is a particular high which Nifty has made. There is 800 also. 55 800 should be broken because of the trend overall trend. And already it has removed some sort of bias. It's just the decay effect which can harm us, otherwise nothing will. Clearly, it is accumulating some sort of bias over this area. I think here we have to accept the stop loss today because it's very close to that. So we have got the stop loss here. It just took the stop loss and going right now. Fair enough, not an issue because it's our plan that we will be giving the stop loss as per the decision. If you look at the money option, then also the premium has not moved as the spot is moving right now. And the VIX is so low that you couldn't ever imagine of getting one penny out of the market. There couldn't be any worse market than this for option buy. Put options are falling crazy, right? But the calls are not increasing in that case. Let's have the entry for the second time, but this time I have to be very cautious. Okay, premiums are not increasing that much as per the view. Put options have shown some sort of positivity, no doubt. So here it can have a conclusion. We can have a conclusion because it has taken the low here, and after that, with a good volume on itself. So this candle's continuation or reversal would definitely decide something for us. It has accumulated on first to 5 minutes candle. It has accumulated good chunk of buyers over this, and after that, showing some sort of selling signal. If you look at the spot, it has shown some sustenance sign on the first 2 minute candle. But if you observe the premium here, they are not sustaining at all. And also, if you ask me that whatever, what is the point of move came in put option? Zero, right? This is a clear man, clear premium decay momentum. So these are the markets that are being hated by the option buyers forever. Nifty has also taken some resistance from 800, just before 800. So do you think that this rejection will sustain? If you ask me, I will not say. There could be one stretch possible in the put option because of this candle. If there will be no buying executions happening on a heavy quantity, the momentum is going to be that slow only today. And if you ask that what could be the next possible area of rejection here, then it's already taking 81,400 as that. And that is not a bad point for the market to take resistance from. Clear accumulation of buyers and sellers happening over this area. There will be one continuation towards the downside because it has accumulated good ones. Put options are increasing a little bit only, not that much. Could see probably a stretcher put option. Yes, as this one. After the stretch in put option, it has retraced back, but not exactly the same case with the call option. That means that decay in the option price is so high that they both are falling regardless of the move of the market. If here I could probably take a risk, then also and the stop loss becomes very high. You see, at this low breakdown, there is the possibility of market trapping those sellers. If there any opportunity comes, I will be executing before 10 a.m. Because in a buying trend, the way it has accumulated sellers about on this area is insane. And on that particular selling also, people would be definitely sold there looking on the option prices. A lot of the puts are increasing, but the call is not falling right now. That means a clear cut buying happening over this call area. There is 81 200. Okay, so the low that we are expecting has already been taken out with a good volume. That is a classic head and shoulders pattern here. Let's see if market traps on this point or not. This is a crucial point, so that's why it's showing rejection at that area. The interesting part is call options are no doubt not falling that much, but puts are increasing pretty on a higher speed. That means that it's going to be an increase in the volatility in the upcoming days. Okay, so on the basis of hammers of 5 minutes, we could have thought of this trade. But nonetheless, we are pretty clear about the direction, so that's why problem what happened right now is no doubt market has done two hammers on the 5 minute, accumulated good chunk of buyers over the downside, and after that showing the positivity, shown the negativity, and which is a classic thing about the market. But this shouldn't be the area of execution which we have executed. About the buying side, at least we shouldn't have thought that because over these areas, sellers have accumulated good chunk, and targeting them after a pretty much flat to gap down opening is something that we should be avoiding today. There could be a more stretch in these options. Okay, so in Bank Nifty, it was pretty clear that it is taking support from the exact previous low. So that's where the problem comes. And also, after 200 breakdown, Sensex has shown some sort of positivity, but thinking that we could target those buyers is something that we shouldn't be doing. If you ask me in this particular scenario, I could probably think of selling only because that will be the continuation towards the intraday trend. Because of the overall trend, market would be people would be started buying over this area, and that's why it's showing some sort of bullishness. The 200 breakdown has happened with a pretty much good volume only. So I'm taking the risk in the put option right here, just expecting a continuation because it has shown some positiveness over this call option. Stop loss will be this low, particularly. No doubt the 200 breakdown happened here, but going against the intraday trend is something that I generally avoid. So I've got the price of 7.5, right? So here the risk becomes very low. And it means that if I'm expecting 1 is to 4 to 5 kind of thing is something very normal, but exclamation there should be move happening. Doubt it will show some sort of negativity on this particular time frame, but we are pretty much sure about the confident about the move, so shouldn't be worrying about. It has already broken 200 with a good volume. And if you think that why that person is, why me thinking about a further stretch in the sell side, rather going for a call option here, because reversal is something that everyone would be planning because of the overall trend of the market. And if I plan like this only, then there would be no difference between me and those persons. Because we have, look, we probably thought of a retracement and on which we have executed also. The possibility of this going wrong is no doubt there. But think of it as like you are a call option. If you are having some sort of biasness towards the buying side, look at the W pattern. Shouldn't you be buying here? Definitely yes. What will be the number of persons who would be buying it at this point? Very high, right? So that's what opposing me the thought of going for a buying option, which is towards the call side. Let's see if we're getting wrong also, then there will be no issue. And I should be placing it to system only. This particular low is 94.50. Now we could place it to there. Also, there is that negative news coming into the market of RBI policy that could affect the premium also. But one thing that is shocking for me right now is the VIX is not increasing, although there is news coming into the market. Maybe people would be already being aware of what is going to happen in that policy. No doubt the call options are increasing right now, but has shown a W pattern here. on top of which it's increasing. So you have to place it in the system only because it will not give the chance of to execute also. The puts are not increasing that much, but there is a sort of bullishness over the call area because they are pretty much increasing with a slow pace only. So the 5 minute candle has been closed in green, which means that people would be definitely placing their buying orders on that point. And further, one stretch of that also already happened. So let's see. I'm thinking that this could probably turn out to be good only. Only one contrary thought here comes. It has trapped those. This is the classic pattern, right? On on which market has shown the negative area. I'm expecting a continuation, no doubt. But people would be selling over this, looking at the pattern. So this is what making me concerned about this trade. So pretty fair enough. I think we have got the. It's very close right now, and probably it would take that also. If it takes, then I'll be thinking that what we have thought a classic continuation pattern है क्योंकि that's why it has taken that. Okay, so we'll be concluding that only here because the pattern is pretty much continuation pattern. So that's why expecting a negative scenario here over after this pattern is something that we should be avoiding. But the risk was less, that's why we haven't entered into that. Here, this is not going to be that V-shaped recovery day because so there is no such volatility in the VIX, so that is totally unexpected. But yes, we could see probably a sideways too, little bit of bearish market today. So let's see whatever happens, I will be updating you. So here we could expect this to be sustaining, this area to be sustained because it has already done the breakout of a larger time frame. So expecting this flow to not have broken in the next upcoming expiry is what the view looks like, and on basis of that we could initiate a selling position. The view is pretty much clear. It's just that I'm looking at the margin required growth. So we have to sell a 500 option, which is giving us a good value here. And against that, we have to buy one for the margin benefit. This is what it looks like. Here on expiry, if market stays above 496 or above 500, we'll be getting the thing done. Okay. So let's have the execution. Here the risk is defined also. We could probably do this manually also. 24. So this should be 24 550. And for the hedging purpose, we have to buy 24 350, which is half of the price. So first we have to execute the selling side like here. Let me look at the price. So pretty fair enough. And then we have to execute the sell. So the margin requirement shows less in this particular strategy right now. Okay, right now not happening. Let me go to 550 put option. 550 put option. Okay, so here used margin is this one. It should probably happen. Okay, so that's the mistake that we have done here. Because I should be saving with 75 points. So this time it should happen. Yes. This is what the trade looks like. It will most probably give us the decay here. We have pretty much of this much of space for the market to come. But because this breakout has happened, my view is bullish. So I'm expecting this to stay above this only, on which we will be getting the money out of it. And let me build a draft portfolio so that we could analyze it later. This particular one. Uh, this is a pure spread. There is no rocket science in this particular option strategy. It is a clear-cut view that market is not going to go below that. This is what it looks like, and let me give the prices manually also. 54.45, 109.15. So this is what the prices look like. And I don't know why it is showing in profit right now. You could analyze the particular position here also. So in that particular, if you look at the payoff graph of this is what it looks like. We have defined the max risk here and the max profit also. So as per the max risk, if the max profit also 1:1 was actually also, then we executing the trade or getting out of it. The point of break even for today is 7.6. So if market stays above that, we could probably see more. If the delta in this particular strategy is 0.15, which means that the market should stay positive for this to give us a good target. Otherwise, we'll have to face trouble there. And we will be getting 1 day of decay in it. So if market stays at this point only, on next day we'll be looking at we'll be in the profit of this much of thing. And on the next day it will be profitable. But market needs to stay at that range only. So there might be the news announcement happening right now because it is 10 a.m. Let's see how this turns out to be. I'll be updating you. So this is what the news was. Means it is particularly in the favor of the market only. This was expected also. Look at the candle. Just enjoy the moment. That is what the view is, right? Because it is classic continuation pattern and it can't give that. So we can particularly say or announce this as a RBI candle. Because right now the announcement should have happened. So pretty fair enough. Yes, it would be done naked also, but in that we'll be not sitting in peace of mind. So expecting this to expire on these areas will be not an issue for us. So crazy candle man, close to 120 points of candle. Probably I will be updating you this if I'm getting at least three-fourth of what we are expecting from to happen in the next expiry, then we will be happily exiting from this trade in the intraday session only. So let's see, I will end it. Here we don't have to face a lot of trouble because we are in the selling position. Let's see. So here, as you can see, market has blasted because of the news in the monetary policy. Almost 350 points of move are in our direction, and that's why we have concluded something, and we have got right in that because it has done a head and shoulders kind of pattern. I was pretty bullish into this because it has trapped all the sellers over this and pretty much a good move around this area. So I'm expecting this low to be sustained around the expiry of Nifty, which is on 12th of June. So till that point, if Nifty stays above this area, I will be holding this position as it is. If any adjustments are required in the upcoming days, I'll be doing that also. So let's have a look at Nifty and how this turns out to be. It has turned good only, but the concerning part here becomes is VIX is at the all-time low, means very low. So whenever the VIX will increase, there is the possibility of premium prices increasing there. So that could impact us. Otherwise, there is no as such harm in this position. This is what the unrealized will look like, and orders are pretty same only. So there is a thing that I should be mentioning here. Why option selling is pretty much above option buying because the peace of mind what it gives is definitely above everything because you will not lose fast till the point you are not till the point you are onto the uh, near to the expiry. On the expiry, you can lose fast also, no doubt in that. But till the expiry, you will not lose fast, which will ensure your peace of mind so that it can give you some good returns. So that's why option selling is always preferable than option buying. And this is what the market looks like. If any further, any drastic move comes, then I will be updating you about this. Otherwise, this will be the end of the video. Thank you for watching and make sure you are hitting the subscribe button if you are getting any kind of knowledge out of it. Let me quickly share with you the Bank Nifty plan also. Bank Nifty has also broken the 5600, 56,600, so which is a pretty decent point of resistance also. Let's see if any drastic resistance comes, I will be updating you. Otherwise, I am hoping this to be staying sideways over this area or making a little bit of sideways to bullish momentum. So this is what the position looks like. I will be holding this till the expiry, this so that I can get some decay out of it. So let's see how this turns out to be.